There are places on this earth that hold their secrets close. They are not found on maps or in guidebooks. They live in the whisper of the wind. They hide in the deep shadows of the glens. Scotland is a land of such places. Here, myth and mountain are one. To find its true heart, one must leave the trodden path. We must listen, not with our ears, but with our souls. We seek a wildness that time has not touched, a beauty that asks for nothing but our silence and our awe. This journey is not about distance. It is about discovery. We begin where the road ends. A low mist clings to the ground, a soft grey blanket over the sleeping earth. The air is cold, sharp and clean. It carries the scent of damp soil and ancient pine. Each breath feels like a communion with the land itself. A lone stag appears on a distant ridge, a dark silhouette against the pale morning sky. He stands perfectly still, a king surveying his kingdom. The silence is profound. It is broken only by the gentle sigh of the wind as it moves through the coarse purple heather, a sound that has echoed here for millennia. This is a land sculpted by ice and time. Every rock, every stream, tells a story of immense power and patience. The mountains are not just stone, they are sleeping giants, their faces weathered by countless seasons of sun, rain and snow. Their peaks reach for a sky that shifts from brilliant blue to brooding grey in the span of a heartbeat. To walk here is to walk through a living history book. The pages are made of moorland and granite. The words are written in the flight of an eagle and the flow of a burn. We are merely visitors in this grand unfolding narrative. Our quest is to uncover what lies hidden from the casual eye. We are looking for the quiet corners, the forgotten lochs, and the secret waterfalls that feed this land's soul. These are the places that demand effort, that reward patience with moments of pure, unscripted magic. The wind calls us forward. It promises wonders just beyond the next hill, just around the next bend in the ancient path. We follow its call, drawn deeper into the heart of a Scotland that few will ever see, a land of raw and untamed beauty waiting to be revealed. If you've enjoyed this journey into Scotland's hidden wonders, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more breathtaking adventures and secret places revealed. Join us as we continue to explore the world's most enchanting landscapes. We descend into a valley that seems to exist outside of time. It is a place of deep greens and dark, wet stone. The light here is different. It filters through a constant veil of mist, turning the world soft and ethereal. It is not sunlight, but something more mysterious. It is a liquid silver glow that pools in the hollows and clings to the moss-covered trees. The air grows still and heavy. The only sound is the steady, rhythmic drip of water from fern fronds and overhanging branches. Each drop lands with a soft tap, a tiny drumbeat in the immense quiet of the glen. Here life is patient and slow. A thick carpet of emerald moss covers everything. It blankets the fallen logs, the ancient stone walls, and the gnarled roots of the old Scots pines. This moss is a world in itself, a miniature forest of vibrant green. It glows with an inner light, especially where the veiled sun touches it. Running a hand over its surface feels like touching velvet. It is cool and damp, a living skin on the bones of the landscape. This valley breathes slowly, its pulse measured in the time it takes for moss to grow over a fallen giant. Suddenly, a flash of impossible blue. A kingfisher, a living jewel, darts across a dark, peaty pool. For a single breathtaking moment, its colors defy the muted palette of the valley. It is a streak of sapphire and bronze against the deep brown water. Then it is gone. The moment is so fleeting, so perfect, you might question if you saw it at all. It is a reminder that even in these quiet, monochrome places, life can erupt in a brilliant display of color. The bird leaves behind only ripples on the water's surface and a sense of wonder in the air. We press onward, following a stream that winds through the valley floor like a silver thread. The water is crystal clear, flowing over a bed of smooth, dark pebbles. Small, speckled trout hold their position in the current, almost invisible against the stones. They are masters of camouflage, a part of the river's secret life. The water's gentle murmur is a constant companion, a soothing voice that speaks of its long journey from the high peaks down to this hidden sanctuary. It is the lifeblood of the valley, nourishing the moss, the trees, and the creatures that call this place home. The path now climbs, leaving the sheltered glen behind. We ascend into a different world, a world of rock and sky. Here the wind is a powerful force. It howls and roars, a wild and untamed voice that speaks of its journey across the empty ocean. It pushes against you, a physical presence that demands respect. This is the domain of giants, not of flesh, but of stone. Immense, jagged peaks of dark granite tear at the clouds. Their faces are scarred and sheer, telling tales of ancient, violent beginnings. They are silent, powerful sentinels watching over the land below. High on a cliff face, something moves. It is an eagle, a golden eagle, riding the fierce updrafts with impossible grace. It hangs in the air, its wings held steady, its sharp eyes scanning the terrain below. The bird is the very embodiment of wild freedom. Its feathers are the color of the sunburnt bracken, its head a crown of gold. It turns its head, and for a moment its gaze seems to meet ours. There is an intelligence in that look, an ancient wisdom. Then, with a slight adjustment of its wing, it peels away and soars out of sight. A fleeting monarch of this high, lonely kingdom. We find a place of strange and beautiful formations, the Karain. It is a landscape that seems to have been dreamed into existence. Towering pinnacles of rock, like broken teeth, jut towards the sky. A flat, grassy plateau known as the Table offers a surreal patch of calm amidst the chaos. It feels like a world unfinished, a place where the earth is still in the process of creating itself. The colors are stark and dramatic. The dark, wet rock contrasts with the almost unnaturally green grass. The sky above is a canvas of racing clouds, casting fast-moving shadows that dance across the land. Walking here feels like treading on the spine of the world. Every step is a reminder of your own smallness in the face of such geological grandeur. The wind never ceases. It carries the cries of unseen birds and the scent of distant rain. It whispers stories of the landslip that created this place, a moment of immense power that shaped the earth forever. To stand here is to feel the raw energy of the planet. It is both humbling and exhilarating. These sleeping giants of stone hold a powerful magic, a sense of permanence that puts our own brief lives into perspective. From the high peaks, all water eventually finds its way down. We follow its path to a river that carves its way through a deep, wooded gorge. The water here is not gentle. It is a force of nature, a churning torrent of white and turquoise. It crashes over ledges of black rock, sending plumes of spray high into the air. The sound is a constant, deep-throated roar. It is a powerful, primal song that fills the entire gorge, drowning out all other noises. You can feel the vibration of the water through the soles of your feet, a reminder of its relentless energy. In a calmer stretch, we see them, salmon, powerful silver-flanked fish, returning to the place of their birth. They gather in the deep, dark pools, resting before the next great effort. Then one leaps. It launches itself from the water, a twisting arc of muscle and determination, fighting against the thundering cascade. It hangs in the air for a heart-stopping second, suspended between water and sky, before falling back into the foam. Another follows, and then another. It is a display of incredible strength and instinct, a life and death struggle played out before our eyes. The forest that clings to the gorge walls is ancient and damp. Sunlight struggles to pierce the thick canopy of oak and birch. The air is cool and smells of wet leaves and rich, dark earth. Everything is slick with moisture from the river's spray. Ferns and mosses grow in thick profusion on every surface. It feels like a secret world hidden from the sky. A dipper, a small, stout bird, bobs on a rock in the middle of the current before plunging head first into the raging water. It is perfectly at home here, walking along the riverbed in search of food, a master of this turbulent environment. This river is more than just water. It is a corridor for life. It connects the ocean to the mountains. It is a highway for the salmon, a home for the dipper, and a source of life for the ancient forest. Its song is the story of this connection. It speaks of cycles, of struggle, and of the unyielding power of nature. Standing on its banks, enveloped by its roar and its spray, is an immersive experience. It is a direct encounter with the wild heart of Scotland, a place where the ancient rhythms of life and death continue, untouched by the modern world. Our journey leads us to the coast, but not to the sandy beaches of postcards. We find ourselves on a shoreline of immense sea stacks and towering cliffs. Here the North Atlantic meets the land with spectacular force. The waves are a deep, menacing blue capped with brilliant white foam. They crash against the base of the cliffs with a sound like thunder, sending tremors through the very rock we stand on. The air is thick with salt spray, a fine mist that coats your face and stings your lips. It is a place of constant motion and breathtaking power. As the sun begins to set, the world is transformed. The light changes from the harsh brightness of day to a soft, liquid gold. It pours over the landscape, igniting the cliffs and turning the sea spray into a glittering haze. The dark sea stacks, which looked so formidable moments before, are now silhouetted against a sky of orange, pink and fiery red. The scene is one of overwhelming beauty, a masterpiece painted by light and water. The setting sun seems to set the entire ocean on fire, the waves carrying molten gold to the shore. This coast is a city of seabirds. Guillemots, razorbills and kittiwakes cling to the narrow cliff ledges in their thousands. Their calls create a chaotic, deafening symphony that mixes with the roar of the waves. It is a scene of frantic activity. Birds arrive and depart in a constant stream, their wings beating against the wind. It is a vertical world, a precarious and crowded metropolis where every inch of space is contested. And then, a flash of colour, a puffing, its beak a vibrant splash of orange and red, lands clumsily among its neighbours. It is a moment of charm amidst the wild drama. As the last sliver of sun disappears below the horizon, a deep blue twilight descends. The frenetic activity on the cliffs begins to quieten. The roar of the ocean becomes the dominant sound once more. The golden light fades, replaced by the cool silver glow of the rising moon. The sea stacks become immense dark shapes against the star-dusted sky. Standing here on the edge of the continent, one feels a profound sense of solitude and peace. It is a place where you can feel the turning of the planet, a powerful and humbling end to the day. The darkness here is absolute. Far from the glow of any city, the night sky reveals its true glory. The Milky Way stretches overhead like a faint shimmering cloud, a river of stars flowing through the heavens. Countless points of light, sharp and brilliant, glitter in the cold, clear air. A shooting star streaks across the blackness, a brief, silent scratch of light. In this immense silence under this celestial canopy, the world feels both infinitely large and deeply intimate. It is a moment of pure connection to the universe, a reminder of our small place within it. Scotland's beauty is not just in what you see, it is in what you feel. It is the bite of the wind on your cheeks. It is the dampness of the mist seeping into your clothes. It is the solidness of the ancient rock beneath your feet. It is the roar of the waterfall that you feel in your chest. These are not just landscapes, they are experiences. They change you in subtle ways. To have stood in these places is to carry a piece of them with you. The silence of the glen, the power of the ocean, the freedom of the soaring eagle. They become a part of your memory. These hidden wonders have endured for eons. They have witnessed the passing of ice ages, the rise and fall of forests, and the coming and going of generations. They are a testament to the resilience of nature. They hold a timeless magic, a sense of permanence in a world that is constantly changing. They do not need our approval or our attention. They simply are. And in their existence, they offer a powerful sense of perspective. They remind us of a world that operates on a different timescale with different priorities. To seek out these secret places is to seek a connection with something older and greater than ourselves. It is a journey that quiets the mind and nourishes the soul. The whisper on the wind, the song of the river, the silent watch of the mountains, these are the true treasures of this land. They are not secrets to be possessed, but wonders to be revered. And as we leave them, we carry not just photographs or memories, but an echo of their wild, untamed spirit in our hearts. An echo that calls us to remember the magic that still exists in the quiet corners of our world.